Last time we were making the galley box and the forestay. Unfortunately, the weather was still too wet and cold to work on the boat. So there was only one thing for it: light the stove and retreat into the workshop. The plans for the boat recommend using a track to attach the gaff to the mast and enable it to slide up and down. For a while now I've been thinking I wasn't really happy with this solution and would prefer to use some gaff jaws to go around the mast. So I decided to make some out of sapele. I started by marking out a design on a piece of 6" by 1" sapele and then cut this out, cutting out the straight lines on the bandsaw and the curved lines on the scroll saw. Then I chiselled out the bits that will fit around the end of the gaff before... oh bother. Oh well, back to the drawing board. Instead, I decided to adapt the two halves of the gaff jaws into what would be a stronger design. And attach these to the end of the gaff using some stainless steel bolts. When I came to mix some epoxy resin, I discovered that the resin inside the pump had solidified. So I removed it and left it to soak in boiling water for a while. Yep, still not working. Time for a cup of tea, I think. Whoa. So I dried it all off, put it back in the resin container and mixed some thickened epoxy resin so I could stick the gaff jaws together. The bits of tape are holding the thickened epoxy resin in place where it might otherwise drip out whilst it hardens. A couple of days later and I was able to sand off the rough bits and bits of tape. And then I was able to get outside at last to make some lashings to attach the shrouds and the forestay.